We live today in a state of constant collection. We define ourselves by job titles, curated social histories, and the weight of our accumulated traumas, guarding these attributes as if they are our actual substance. We inhabit a small, hoarded self. The ancient Upanishads provide a method for dismantling this collection called neti neti, meaning not this, not that. It is a process of systematic subtraction, stripping away observable traits until only the unobservable perceiver remains. In the early 20th century, the mystic Ramana Maharshi refined this practice into a singular, sharp inquiry. Who am I? Maharshi intended this as a mechanical operation, a laser aimed at the illusion of the separate perceiver. Monastic realization of this state historically required decades of grueling physical and mental effort. By the year 2078, the era of the neural silent skies replaced that grueling effort with physical engineering. Humanity built a perfect mirror of consciousness, allowing individuals to physically step through the philosophical looking glass. Enlightenment transitioned from a rare, theoretical event into a repeatable, applied science. This applied science is practiced at the Eyrie, a vast dome perched on the moon's Mare Tranquillitatis. Subjects here enter abyssal mode, using a neural lace grown from crystalline neuromelanin and quantum-entangled microtubules. This chart tracks the lace's biological interface. As shown in this 0.7-second margin, every active signal, every sensory input and cognitive output, flatlines to absolute zero. The technology excludes all external aids. There is no AI copilot, no cloud connectivity, and no data flow. The lace creates a starless dark, providing the total isolation required to test the core question. When a subject named Fletcher enters the cradle, the lace activates, and he flings his inquiry into the vacuum. Who am I? The first phase of subtraction is sensory. Sound, sight, and the biological sensation of dying drop away as the network snaps into absolute nothingness. The second phase is identity. Fletcher's past roles, the pilot, the child, the grief, peel away like burning scales. Neti, neti. Not the pilot, not the grief. Subtraction finally consumes the inner asker, the last remnant by ego that formulated the question. At this threshold, the realization of tat twam asi occurs. The question and the questioner recognize they were never separate things. This total subtraction results in a cosmic laughter, the universe realizing it had merely been pretending to be separate from itself for the fun of it. Upon reboot, the subject's biology is visibly altered. Bioluminescent filaments trace the body's meridians, and the vagus nerve begins to sing without training. The neurological rewiring is observable here. This schematic shows how the lace reroutes fear signals. Fear remains as useful data for survival, but it no longer connects to the central identity node. By 2091, this baseline scales to the global population. When fear no longer defines the self, the drive for resource hoarding and defensive aggression evaporates. Children play with neural mirrors that dissolve questions into giggles, learning self-inquiry as their first skill. Because these individuals are no longer anchored to a fixed ego, they design cities intended as love letters to future generations they will never meet. Relationships become darshan, the act of seeing the divine in the other. Even death is redefined as a graduation, because the sky, the underlying consciousness, remains even when the Fletcher suit is discarded. The silent skies operate as a retrocausal engine. This luminous future is built on the fuel of the sincere inquiry happening in the present. Every time you sit in the dark and ask, who am I? With sincerity today, you are firing the same